Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation is Manj Mahalla, Panjwa. Parbraham Prabh Megh Pathaiya, Jal Thal Mayal Dehdas Varasaya, Sant Bhai Buji Sab Trishna, Anand Bhaya Sab Thai Jiyo. Sukhadata Dukh Panjan Hara, Ape Baks Kare Ji Sara, अपने कीते नो आप प्रत पाले, पए पैरी तिसे मनाई जियो। जाकी शरण पया गत पाइयै, सास सास हर नाम ते आइयै। तिस बिन होर न दूजा ठाकुर, सब तिसे किया जाई जियो। तेरा मान तान प्रभ तेरा, तू सच्चा साहिब गुणी गहेरा। नानक दास कहे बेनंती, आठ पहर तुध ध्याई जियो. The Supreme Creator, Parbraham Prabh, dispatches the clouds, Megh Pathaiya, to rain in all directions, on land, on the seas, and in the space in between. Jal thal mahiyal dehdas varasai. And the heat evaporates and cool prevails everywhere. Sant bhai buji sab trishna. There is happiness all over. Anand bhaya sab thai jiyo. And so again we notice that this analogy of the rain coming down and its cooling effect has been used in several sabads as a metaphor for the shower of wisdom that dissipates the heat of desire, trishna, and the arising of peaceful joy in the mind, body, and spirit. So the Supreme Self is the giver of hope and peace. It is the dispeller of sorrow and anxiety. Sukhadata dukh panjanahara. And this Supreme Self is full of mercy. It has mercy on all beings. Ape baks kare ji sara. It nurtures its creation. Apne kite no aap pratpale. So therefore find refuge at its feet. In other words, seek its wisdom so that we can walk in harmony. Pair peri tise manai jiyo. So with every breath, that is to say, always be centered in self-knowledge. Saas saas har naam te aayi. And that knowledge is the realization that creation was born out of the Supreme Self. Sab tise kiya. And there is no second master. Tis bin hor na duja. And find freedom in its sanctuary. Jaki saran pae gat pai. The servant Nanak prays, may you remain in my presence all the time. Nanak das kahe binanti, aठ पहर तुध ध्याई जियो. You are the eternal master, deep and profound in virtue. Tu sacha sahib guni gahera. You are my pride and my stay. Tera maan taan prabh tera. The tone of this passage really reflects the mystical consciousness of the fifth Nanak, Guru Arjan, because it is mystical because he obviously is seeing beyond the apparent boundary between his own persona and the Supreme Self. And he's bringing into view a transcendental life experience where there is only one Parbraham, the Supreme Self, the unique source of all visible and invisible things that exist in the universe. That is really the message for us, to be able to pierce through what is visible, the form, and to see and feel the presence of the essence of the Creator that is diffused throughout the universe, to be able to work with its intelligence that animates individual beings. And this realization of Parbraham is made possible by its perfect knowledge. If you recall, we had spoken about how the two are really indistinguishable. The Supreme Self and its wisdom really are indistinguishable, because wisdom is always raining on us. Parbraham Prabh Megh Pathaiya. The mind has to catch this wisdom and realize the Absolute Self. That is what will bring a soothing calm, which Guruji calls Anand, bliss. Sant bhaye bhuji sab trisna, Anand bhaya sab thai jiyo. Sant, of course, peace. It's like lowering the temperature, the heat, cooling, because your Trishna, the fire of desire that's running out of control, is brought under control, and it has a balming effect, and it leads to Anand, which is bliss. And as we mentioned earlier, it arises because the differentiations, the boundaries of the opposites that we see ordinarily cease. They don't cease physically, but we begin to pierce through and see the unity behind diversity. And when that differentiation in our mind ceases, the misery of mutually clashing opposites also vanishes. And then, of course, we are told, Saas, Saas, Haranam, Tyai. Be interesting to understand what Dhyan is. Tyai is derived from Dhyan. It is really a process that brings forth a transcendental seeing, the kind that Guru Arjan narrates in the very first section, where he just sees the one, he doesn't see anything else. And so Dhyan is a kind of transcendental seeing. It's also what we call Nadar Nihal, an expanded vision. So Dhyan, actually, the root meaning of the word comes from to see, to visualize or bring forth another view. And there is a technique in Sikhi for Dhyan, as there are techniques in other traditions. But in Sikhi, Dhyan combines vichar and kirtan and the cultivation of virtues, a message that we also noticed was delivered to us in the last Shabad, the previous Shabad that we did. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.